Thanks for joining us on Khari Free at Last on Bounce 23 TV. I'm Khari Naharo. State Representative Bob Hagan has two bills he has introduced. One would legalize medical marijuana. The other would decriminalize the possession of marijuana. Let me ask you something. Is it time we just legalize medical marijuana and decriminalize it in the state of Ohio? Joining me is TalkTainmentRadio.com host Earth Jallow and the Reverend John Coates. Why not just say marijuana is legal? I mean, why don't we stop this pretense? Gee, Mo needs us. Isn't it time to legalize it, Reverend?
Of course not.
Everybody's smoking it except me.
I'm not smoking it. I've never smoked a marijuana cigarette in my life.
All right, Bill Clinton.
I even called a marijuana cigarette, but...
All right, Bill Clinton. You never inhaled?
No, never inhaled.
Oh.
Never, look, I even leave when I smell it on the sidewalk, you know.
So that means you did inhale?
No, I didn't.
You said you smelled it.
He didn't put it to his lips.
The mist of it.
Oh, gee. Why not?
No.
Look, people have been put in jail for this. It's a nonviolent offense. I mean, it's what people evidently want to do. Why not just legalize the drug and forget it? And then make the tax money off of it.
Because
for the state of Ohio.
you'll give them another substance in order to drive on, and under the
Marijuana's
influence
worse than
on-
alcohol?
We don't know.
I'm asking you,
We
is
don't
it?
know. I believe that it is. And someone's operating, if they're high, they're high. Be it if they're high on marijuana or prescription drugs or what have you.
Well, what about medical marijuana, Reverend?
Municipal, they legalize that, and that is governed in certain states.
Would you legalize in the state of Ohio?
If there was a need for it.
Wait. Would you, Earth Jallow, would you legalize?
How's your eyesight? Wait a minute. I'll take my glasses off. Are you suffering from glaucoma?
Well, look, there are people who want to legalize this thing. Earth, would you legalize it?
I was waiting for you to get to me. Absolutely, I would. Absolutely.
Which one?
Why are you so
Medical
excited?
or
Why are you
marijuana?
so
I'm
excited about
excited
it?
because I think it was legal back in the day, and then they decided that they were going to criminalize it.
What day was it legal?
Like in the 1920s or so.
In the
It
state
was
of Ohio?
all over. It was illegal. It was legal to have marijuana and to smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing about this is people who are dying of terminal illnesses, people who have eye issues or some kind of chronic pain, they need to smoke it. It has been proven that it improves their appetite if you are dying of cancer or some kind of HIV.
You will get the munchies if you smoke marijuana.
Well, that's okay.
To improve your appetite.
And gain weight. It has been proven with children who have ADHD and other diseases.
So you're saying
and things
medical
like that.
marijuana?
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
She said children should smoke it?
I'm saying that what I have
Wait a
been-
minute, he asked you a good question.
Here,
Are you
Bobby,
saying,
take a hit of the
are
joint.
you saying children should smoke marijuana?
Some children are already on marijuana. What they do when they grow it is that they lower the THC, which makes you high, and they increase the medicinal properties
So you
of
want
it.
11-year-old children smoking marijuana?
If that's going to keep the 11-year-old off of psychotropic drugs, no, because, okay?
I was waiting to see if you was going to walk that line.
Because technically, the mind of a teenager and the young people are not fully developed. The frontal is not fully developed until they're 24, and it has been proven medically that it would be some type of growth stimulation.
So nobody, even if you legalize it,
mental.
nobody should smoke it before the age of 25.
Before
Is
the
that
age
right?
of 24, 25.
Well, that's good medical.
Yes.
That's good medical information.
But also, leave it up to the doctors if they're younger than that and they find that, no other drug helps them or whatever they're doing helps them. And if they lower the THC and increase the medicinal properties.
My God, Earth Jallow, why do we need another drug? My goodness, we got people on
Because
crack cocaine, we got them on alcohol,
You got them on.
we got them on heroin, we got them on crystal meth.
You got them on
Why do we
prescription
need another-
meds.
yeah,
You got them prescription meds.
We need another drug?
Because let's first of all use the right language. Marijuana is not a drug. It is a plant. It is a herb.
It's
It
an
is
illegal
not
drug.
a drug.
A coca leaf is a plant
an
too.
illegal
It is,
drug.
okay, you can use your terminology. I'm
That's
using
what the
mine.
law
It's-
says.
I don't care what the law says. When has the law ever been right?
Oh!
The coca, well,
Especially right now,
And
in
anti-lynching
2013.
laws, right?
In 2013. But
Doesn't
it
the
didn't
law-
prevent people from being lynched. Let's come on now,
Reverend
keep it real.
Coates, doesn't the law say you cannot, that a marijuana is an illegal substance?
it's against the law.
What
and
is
it's
she
against
talking?
and it's against
You asking
You
us to be
said
lawless?
drug. You said drug.
That's called
now,
a drug.
It's not a drug. I don't care what
Well,
they
what is
labeled it. It is a plant. It is a herb. It is that is it, and that is all. It's not
So
a
does
drug.
the coca leaf. Coca leaves come to the earth, but you used to make cocaine.
But then guess
And a
what?
poppy is a- and a-
guess
and a
what? Guess
poppy
what?
is a beautiful
Hold
flower.
on. But let me tell you the difference while we're arguing this, debating this. The difference is you can pick the marijuana plant and you can go and you can either put it in your brownies, you can put it in your tea, you can smoke it if you want to, whatever you need to do. The difference between the coca, okay, is the fact that you got to mix other things with it in order for you to, before you can actually use it.
How, can you tell us how it's mixed too?
No, I
Can you
can't.
tell us? You gave us all the applications
Hold on,
of
she know a
marijuana.
lot.
We could go-
Marijuana on the ballot. Up next, Khari, free at last. Welcome to Khari, free at last. The Ohio Rights Group is collecting signatures to place medical marijuana on the ballot in November 2014. This ballot would allow the state's voters to decide whether or not medical marijuana and growing hemp should be legal. Woo! Joining me is TalkTammyRadio.com host Earth Jallow and the Reverend John Coates. Reverend, you have said we should not legalize. Now, you're going to have a chance to vote on this. You are just being heartless. Why not, why not just legalize it, get the tax dollars? The state needs the money. Why are you so adamantly opposed to marijuana
Cancer
being legalized?
patients.
For the same reason I was 15 years ago when you first introduced it, Mayor Kurt Smoke. You might have to look that one up, but it was bad then and is bad now. Marijuana is a depressant. Okay, you smoke this drug, it
Certainly
slows
not
you
a
down.
stimulant, right.
Yeah, it slows you down. It makes you not as sharp. Now, do I want people that's not as sharp, that's not as alert, driving and doing other things? We already have enough problems with alcohol.
Oh, hold on.
Do you want a pallet high gliding your plane when you've got to go to Washington, D.C. for an important meeting, or you've got to go to the Bahamas for an important vacation? You want your palate high on marijuana?
Do I get to choose which drug
No, I'm talking about
palate is
marijuana.
on?
Do you want him high on marijuana?
I wouldn't know.
Huh?
I wouldn't know if
I'm
it was high.
but you ain't answering the question. Don't be like James
Okay, you
Brown,
know what?
trying to slide. Answer the question.
Is it a medical issue that he has?
Do you want him high on marijuana? Sound like
She
Batman.
probably said if it's Denzel.
Hold on. I had to think about that for a second.
No, you don't.
I did have to think about that for a second.
He's high. He's high. He ain't feeling no pain, and he's gliding your plane. Is that all right with you? Huh?
I don't know.
Ain't no
Khari.
dead air
Come
here.
on now, you can't.
Let me
that's
see
unfair.
your eyes.
But that's unfair.
Why is
But
that
how do
unfair?
I know that the guy who took me to Washington
Because
wasn't
if you
high?
legalized it, he can smoke
But
it.
how do I know that before it was even legalized that he wasn't already high?
but if
how
you-
many times have I been on a plane that my pilot might have already been high?
We know that because they're drug tested, we know that if you smoke it and it's legal, then he can get high and ride in your plane. Is that all? You want to legalize?
Well,
is that
you know
all right?
what? They fly drunk.
You haven't asked, is it
They-
all right?
they fly drunk.
Is it all right? Yeah, okay.
It depends.
time's up.
It depends.
Time's
It
up.
depends. It really does
No,
depend.
it depends on what?
Yes, it does.
What's it
Because,
depend on?
like you said, they're drug tested, but again, alcohol. Alcohol is legal, and that's worse for you in your body.
And you can't
than
fly when
marijuana.
you're intoxicated.
In-
You can't fly
intoxicated?
when you're intoxicated. Am I right, Reverend Coates?
You're not supposed to fly.
Oh, well,
I would say, to answer your question,
Please.
that if he needs medical marijuana, I would prefer that he would probably smoke after he've already did his shift, and then go get himself right.
I'm glad you said shift because I thought something else.
No. But
That was
alcohol
close.
is,
That's what an
alcohol
F
is
to.
legal.
I held my breath.
Alcohol is legal, and it
Here's the
destroys your
problem,
liver. It
Reverend
destroys
Coates.
your body.
Here's the problem. Millions of young people are now using this stuff, especially at the elementary school level and at the middle school level. Good God, what kind of youth are we going to have? All doped up?
Well,
at
first
that
of all,
early age?
the society is cultivating that type of youth or that type of activity. You can go to any corner store in any place and find cigarette papers, they call them, okay? People aren't rolling up tobacco in those papers like they're in the Old West.
We're not even sure they weren't rolling joints back in the Old West.
Well,
Probably were.
you know.
Probably were.
All that cactus wasn't cactus, but they take these papers and they're rolling up marijuana in these papers, and they should put a ban on these type of papers being sold, and we can curb the use of marijuana among young people. In fact, if you're a child, you're not supposed to even be able to purchase cigarettes, but there's plenty of young
Why
people
is
people that are smoking cigarettes.
Why is it so widespread at the elementary, high school, and middle school levels, though?
I got to tell y'all that those young folks are dealing with issues that
Where are they getting the drugs
some
from?
adults
Wait a minute.
can't
Where are
handle.
they getting this marijuana from?
It's being sold to them. It's being
yeah,
sold.
on the
It's
school
on
grounds,
school grounds
school
around the
store.
corner.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
You mean to tell me somebody's gonna want me to pay taxes for a school system that allows drugs to be sold on the ground? I can't believe that.
And some of them are taking it from their parents' stash.
Yeah.
What? What are you telling me? What are you telling me?
Some of the kids are taking it.
What are you talking about, Wilson?
You're dating yourself.
Look,
You're dating yourself.
Isn't that the
I'm
underground economy you was
That's
discussing?
a part of the underground economy.
What are you talking about? You're talking about that is so proliferate, it's so out there until we don't have any choice but to legalize it, Irv?
You know, I think it should be legalized. Like I said, you got a lot of people who are suffering, and psychotropic drugs are not working. All of these meds that you're getting from the healthcare industry is doing other things to your body. It's not as marijuana is not as harmful to your body as the drugs that you go to the drugstore and
Reverend,
get,
we got
and
problems
alcohol.
now. What would a legalized
Cigarettes.
marijuana drug society look like?
A greater degree of lawlessness in our society.
I don't think so.
A greater degree of
Well, she says
unruliness in
smoking
our
marijuana
society.
doesn't make you violent.
It doesn't.
No, but makes you dumb. and we have
That has
and we
not
have,
been
and we
proven
have
either.
enough. But first of all, you don't need the munchies because too many fat people in America anyway. We need to lose weight. Okay, obesity is a problem in our country, so why you need to eat more? So
If you're sick with cancer, then you know, and you're not eating, and your appetite
So
is
you will
diminished, then
allow
you
in
should.
medical situations.
Medical situations.
that it's
we
okay.
already have pain medication.
But it is not
We
working for
already have
certain
pain.
types of
we already
illnesses.
have pain.
It's not working.
And what's the guarantee? And what's the guarantee that municipal marijuana
Because
will work?
people have come forth with these different type of diseases, and they say, and it has been proven medically, that the marijuana has subsided the pain.
There's people that have come forth and said that they rub Vicks vapor rub on the bottom of their feet, that it'll get rid of their cold. People
I'm
come
not
forth
talking to
and
you
say
right
a
now.
lot of things. So, you know.
But it has been proven.
You're saying vote no?
It has
Vote
been
no.
proven.
Vote no?
Vote no.
Even if a cancer patient is on TV talking about that help to
Vote
relieve
no,
the pain
but
and
let's
help,
look, but,
vote
but,
no?
But let's look and see
Is
what
that heartless position?
No, but let's
Yes.
see what the ulterior motive is.
What would Jesus say?
no.
Wait, hold on.
Jesus
What
would
would
say
Jesus
smoke
say
it.
about
Jesus,
marijuana?
what Jesus would say is Jesus would say you need to get to the root of the situation and not the root of the marijuana plant, but the root of why is it being put on the ballot in 2014? What voting bloc
George
is
Soros?
being?
You think Soros is behind this?
Well, whoever is interested in pulling out that constituency base to the polls.
In his Bible, it says, the herbs heal the nation.
Wait a minute, when did Jesus say smoke herbs?
But listen,
when did Jesus tell you
if it's
marijuana?
in your book,
Hold on a minute, Reverend.
it's an herb.
Did Jesus tell you
it's
marijuana?
It's an herb.
Jesus
it's
told
in
you
your book that says the herbs heal the nation.
He didn't say smoke it.
Put it in your food. Put it in your brownies. Make tea with it. There's different ways. You don't have to necessarily smoke it. There's other ways to ingest
Wait a
it.
minute, I want to be clear.
Do you
You're
know
telling
somebody
me,
that
wait,
drink-
hold on for a minute. You're telling me Jesus said it's all right to put marijuana in brownies.
I think he did.
Oh.
It's in the book. Take
What
it up
book-
with Jesus.
Which book? The book you just wrote? I've never seen nothing
Well,
like
it's
that
put
in the
a new
Bible.
definition
John-
of teetotaling.
It must-
John know the scriptures. He know what's in there. That's why he did not
John,
dispute
did Jesus
me.
endorse marijuana?
No.
What did he endorse? The herbs that heal the nation?
What Jesus was
You better say
saying,
it right.
and what is promoted in the Bible is that you should eat holistically.
Herbs heal the nation.
But not marijuana.
Herbs heal the nation. Marijuana
Give me a
is
definition of an herb.
That's why they call marijuana herb
Sage, turmeric, thyme,
Yeah.
all of that.
and reefer.
And reefer.
All right.
Just too many taxes. Next on Khari Free at Last. Welcome to Khari Free at Last. The Franklin County Commissioners will raise the county's tax rates in 3 months. State of Ohio just increased the sales tax by 0.25%. And the city of Columbus, check this, wants an additional $842 million in bond money and another $500 million for a corrupt public school system. My goodness, man, we're being taxed to death. Joining me is TalkTamerRadio.com host Earth Jallow and the Reverend John Coates. Good God, Reverend.
Now, how you feel about the school system?
Shimo. I'm waiting on the auditors. We'll touch that in a second.
Well, first of all, you had an auditor that was willing to do an audit. Okay, first of all. So we'll see what the results of that audit is.
I'll touch that in a minute. Taxes. Are we being taxed to death?
Yeah.
I
Looks
believe
like we
that-
got tax and spend. Ronald Reagan, who I agree with on very few things, he might be on to something on this tax and spend.
Well, especially when you have a bunch of liberals that are tax and spend type of
John Kasich is not a liberal.
No, he's not a liberal. But,
think.
no, he's not a liberal. But when we look at our county government, we look at our city government, if they're not taxing you to death, then they're feeing you to death.
Man, look, the state income tax is going up. All right? The county tax is going up in 2 or 3 months. All right? So we got that.
Yeah.
Then they wanted almost $1 billion for a bond issue, and then they want $500 million for school. Where's this money going to come from? I'm being bled to death as it is.
The poor, as I said before. The poor is picking up all of this, and they can't afford to,
And the wealthy,
which creates crime.
the wealthy would disagree with you and say that they're being overtaxed
Oh,
as well
please.
at 30+%. Okay, that's high.
All right,
have
let's go down each issue that you got to vote for. Will you vote rather for a $1 billion bond issue on this November ballot?
It depends.
Yes or no?
It depends if the bond issue comes directly out of my pocket or not, because some of those issues are replacement bonds where you're
Right.
not going to notice an increase. So if it's not going
Well,
to
at
cost
some point
me,
you're gonna
You
pay
gonna
it.
notice
if
it.
it's
You
not
gonna
going to
pay
cost me
something.
any additional money, then
It's gonna, anytime there's an improvement in anything, the cost of that improvement goes
It's
up.
passed
so
on
it's
to the
passed on to
consumer.
you. So the question is, will you vote yes or no? Stop dancing like
if
James
it's not
Brown.
going to cost me anymore,
No,
I'll
Michael
vote,
Jackson, 'cause that's what you were doing.
He's dead. Respect the dead.
But
And
both
so
of
is
them-
James
both
Brown.
of them did.
So if it's not going to cost me any more money, I will vote for it. And the reason being is that we have to support the infrastructure in the land in
What
which we
about
live
you,
in.
Irv? Are you gonna vote for this bond thing?
Absolutely not.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely
The mayor
not.
says
I
he
don't-
needs this to improve 5 major capital improvement projects.
Guess what?
Of which you're going to.
You know where they can
Well,
get
you
it
ain't gonna
from?
make no money off of them. So
Absolutely.
maybe that's what it
and
is.
you know where they can get it from?
Where?
Go to the corporations and get it. They have the money. Don't come to the people
Well, that's where they're
anymore.
gonna get it.
No, because then it's still gonna be passed down to us. Because anytime there is an increase in anything, our food will go up. Our utilities will go up. We will have increase in our mortgages and in our
So we're gonna pay the
rental-
cost
We're gonna
either
pay
way
the
it
cost
goes.
either way
And
it goes.
in the name of capital improvement, we have to be concerned also about the questions we should be asking. Okay, is minority contractors going
Absolutely.
to receive their fair share
No.
of the contract?
Right.
If history is any
we
indication-
should put that type of demand.
Unless one
before-
minority contractor gets all the contract.
well, we should-
we
well,
remain nameless. Okay.
Well, that minority contractors that hire minorities.
Right.
Okay, that's
Minorities
that might help. Meaning African Americans,
we'll call it for
Hispanics,
what it is.
right?
Now, the other one is this $500 million for schools. Are you gonna vote for that?
No.
Oh, why not?
Well, because I don't believe that we've had all the questions answered
What are
as
you
it
talking
relates
about?
as it relates
Look,
to the
man,
data
they want
rigging
to improve
scandal.
the quality of schools. That takes money. You
That's
understand
what
what
they
I'm
said
saying?
before.
That
They
takes
said that
money.
before when the lottery was introduced. Oh, it's going to help the schools. Then they said it again.
You know, they
when
did say
yeah,
that,
they
didn't
did. Then we easily
And didn't
forget.
we just
you know?
build new school buildings
right.
not
Wait,
too long ago?
and then they said that when the casino was played, oh yeah, it's going to
Yes.
help the schools and this and
Yes.
it. They said it again when Nationwide moved in and said, oh, tax abatements is going to help the school. Our schools are in worse
Are
condition.
they lying to us, John?
Yes, they are.
Are
Come
they
on
lying
now.
to us, sir?
Yes.
In what way?
All over the place. Because our schools are suffering. Our children are suffering. They don't even have adequate lunches for our students. Come on.
And
And
so-
you want more money from me for what? Where does it go?
So you're not gonna do it?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm an advocate of homeschooling.
Oh, but John Kasich says you got to do it. Reverend John Kasich and Mayor Coleman,
Well, see,
they
what
buddy.
What are they supposed to say? When's the last time you seen the mayor and the governor come out and oppose a school funding
it's
issue?
happened before.
Well, they're not that frequently, so I don't expect them to say anything that they're saying, and it's my responsibility as a
think it'll
community
pass?
advocate to say no.
You think it'll pass?
No, I don't.
No,
I
I
think
don't
the
either.
voters are going to turn it down by large margin, landslide loss.
You know what? I think it's gonna pass.
I don't think so.
I think it's gonna pass.
I think the
How and
the
why?
parents are
Because the opposition
disenfranchised.
to it is probably going to be weak, and the pro people are going to be very strong, and they're going to blitzkrieg the airways.
They will
with
blitzkrieg.
commercials.
I agree. They will blitzkrieg the airways. But when people realize that they're going to pay on average to $300, $400
Oh, you gonna
per
pay.
$1,000
You gonna
pay.
they're going to vote with their pocketbook.
Here's the
and this will
problem.
go down in
And here is the
flames.
problem. State taxes going up, county taxes going up, and now you want your property tax rate to go up. This is a real squeeze on people.
It's
It
a,
is a
and it's a
squeeze.
costly squeeze.
And then
Yes.
you're turning out just workers, and there are no jobs.
And here's the other thing. What are we getting out of it?
Exactly.
What kind of school system do we have right now, Reverend Coates?
A school system where there's not a lot of accountability, a school system where there's not proper records being kept, a school system where records are being changed. We have problems within our system, and I don't think that we should support that with a yes vote for
A
this.
school system that's graduating 80% of our students who are not able to read at grade level, not even able to read well enough to enter into a junior college. We have problems.
It's that bad?
Yes, it's that bad.
It's that bad. And so you say what to this? You say no to the school levy?
No.
Earth?
Absolutely not.
And you're going to campaign against it?
Absolutely.
For what?
And I also think that with what we're doing right here, and we're letting people know and we're reminding them about the lies that was told before, I don't think it's going to pass.
Lies? What lies?
The lies
well,
about the corporations, you know, tax abatements, the lottery was going to
Did
help
they
the
lie
schools.
to us,
Yeah,
Earth?
they lied.
And then it's manipulation as well. You know, they'll tell you that it's all about the children. Keep the children in mind.
Right.
Well, it's all about your pocketbook as well.
Oh, my goodness. Where is the report? Up next on Khari, Free at Last. Welcome to Khari, Free at Last. The school year has started, and yet the state auditor's report has still not been released. What's the problem? Been a year and a half. Will it ever be released? But some say a deal has been struck with Columbus Mayor Coleman, Ohio Governor Kasich, and State Auditor Dave Yost. Where is the state audit? Joining me is TalkTameRadio.com host Earth Jallow and the Reverend John Coates. Where is the audit, Reverend Coates?
Well, first of all, we're glad that we have a state auditor that would do an audit to begin with. And some people also say that Elvis Presley has been cited towards Graceland
Where's the
Mall,
audit?
and that Tupac is
Where
right
is the
outside these
audit
doors.
where is the long-promised audit of the Columbus public school system? This has been a year and a half. What's the holdup here?
I would say it's a thorough investigation.
And it's
that's taking
awfully
place.
quiet.
Will we ever see the audit report?
I believe we will.
When?
I don't know. Ask the auditor.
2016?
Ask the auditor.
Earth, what is the problem? Where's the report?
I don't know, and it's been very quiet
Very.
for a long time.
Even the
about
dispatcher
it.
ain't saying much
said,
about it.
Hasn't
What's
said
up?
anything.
Has the deal been cut?
You know?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if a deal's been cut or not.
I know you don't know. I'm asking you.
You know, at first
Well-
we said heads would roll and folks would, you know, be prosecuted and that we're going to get to the bottom of this, and now it's just crickets.
Have we gotten to the bottom of it?
I haven't seen the
No,
bottom
but
yet.
the first group of people that should ask, where's the audit at? The first group of people that should have raised questions as to actions that have taken place within our school system is the Board of Education that we elected
Absolutely.
to run the school system. They're not even asking questions. And when our beloved former superintendent resigned, all of them stood behind her in support. The watchdogs said that it was okay. So is it for us to believe that everything's all right?
So this audit has not been released. What are the political workings behind it, John? Are they discovering, are they having new discoveries? Or they've got more information that must be investigated? What could be the holdup here?
I don't know. My only hope is that whatever they're doing is that it's absolutely thorough.
Right.
That is thorough. If there's indictments that will come, I hope that it's thorough so that they just don't take the community or individuals through stress just to
Right.
put on a dog
People
and
in the
pony show.
community are feeling like this thing will just fade away, and that like a mint melting in your mouth, and it'll be all over with. There'll be nothing that comes out of it. What do you think,
And
Earth
that's
Jallow?
the problem. All of our issues, we put the mint in the mouth and it melts away.
So the investigation
you know?
fades away, but I'm being asked to support a $500 million school levy.
It's ridiculous.
Huh?
And the
What's
voters,
up with
and
that?
the voters should vote accordingly.
What's wrong with that picture?
It's a lot wrong with that picture, but the voters should vote accordingly. If the voters aren't happy with the school system, the voters should not vote
But
to
the
impose
mayor,
greater taxes
the
on
mayor
themselves.
and preachers like you are going to be on the television and radio, and you're going to hear that sad music in the background. Save the children is going to be the theme. How can you resist that,
They'll even talk about Martin Luther King and the March on Washington. but the people have to vote their pocketbook. They have to see, what is this going to cost me personally, regardless to what preacher they may hear on the radio. Because this preacher is telling you to think for yourself and to look at your own money.
But this preacher is saying what? Are you saying yes or no on that ballot?
I'm saying no again.
And you don't believe it will pass, Earth?
I don't think it will.
You don't think it has a snowball chance? And let me stop. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
And you're going to tell your constituents what?
Not to vote for that.
And why are you going to say?
Because we're not. What are we getting out of it? Our children are suffering.
You're getting a better school system.
No, we're not.
That's what the mayor said.
You have not shown me that over the last 20 years.
You don't believe the mayor?
Oh, no, please.
Huh?
Please.
And where's the community support behind this? I mean, I haven't seen any.
Well, the mayor has his commission.
I have not seen grassroots community leaders jump behind this thing. I haven't seen.
There have been some preachers who've already cut commercials.
I've seen some hybrid preachers that are
Go ahead and let the preachers go ahead and let that pass.
Well, I would say anybody cutting a commercial for it ought to at least live in the district, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, you know, you got...
Well, they may. I don't know. We don't know where people actually live.
There's certainly a lot to be said about that. Thank you, TalkTainmentRadio.com host Earth Jallow and the Reverend John Coates, and thank you for joining us for this episode of Khari Free at Last.